Hello everyone, it's Sloth here today with Superfriends deck for all your Esper fans. And for this deck, it actually felt really good playing it. However, it was pretty awkward on the draws, and that's why we will talk about the changes that I've done with the deck. You can already see them probably. But let's start with the first thing, the win rate, right? We have 75%. The deck felt really strong overall, and the only game that we lost was like some crazy mana screw, and this is why we changed the versions. So with this new version we didn't lose actually, but with the previous one it was like 50-50. It's not like big sample, so you know those stats aren't really representative, but it gives some feeling to the deck. And actually you can see that I included 4 Raffine's Tower. We'll talk about the deck intro and what is going on there, but basically pathways didn't feel great in this deck. I get the idea, but it wasn't great. So Raffine Tower, I believe, really improved how the game plays out, and in this version I think it's just better. And yeah, you can see the results. So that's it, and we went from, let's see, we went from, where are the games? Here, nice. We went from like end of Mythic, because we were testing a lot of new decks, to top 1300, so I think that's decent. Yeah, so let's go into the deck list and see what's up. Okay, and we are in the deck list, and you could ask what happens if you put 3 color into Blood on the Snow deck, because you need snowlands. And this is your answer. This is basically a Blood on the Snow deck with planeswalkers, and it works surprisingly well. The only issue with this deck is that we don't use all the new lands. Like, we don't use full set of pathways and glacial, like, you know, all those double mana lands that we are so used to. So that's a problem, and mana base was the biggest issue for this deck. However, this is why we included, as I said in the stat intro, Raffine's Tower, because I think it's really worth like tapping out for 1 turn to make sure the rest of the turns are relevant. And we have quite high mana cost, so like you can see Niko Aris, very good card in the deck, and you can see, when you watch the games you will see how relevant this one of is. Like, it makes or breaks a lot of games, because you usually have quite a lot of lands, because you draw a lot of cards with planeswalkers. And yeah, the fact that you can kill 1 creature, especially with Kaito, like remember that Kaito draws cards, it means Niko Aris can hit for 4 at the turn when it enters the battlefield, so pretty powerful effect on top of a planeswalker. Okay, so we have strange cards like Shimmerdrift Vale, and I really liked it in the deck. It helps you fix the mana, even though it's tapped. So our early game is a bit slow, so that's why we have 3 Infernal Grasp, 3 Vanishing Verse, 2 March, and 2 Bloodchief first. So this really helps to fix your early game, and you need to remove creatures from the enemy because you have a lot of planeswalkers, so obviously you need to protect them. Kaito, it felt like biggest engine for the deck, along with Lolth and the Emperor. So those are, for a reason, best cards right now. And yeah, we have 3 negate, because how can you kill planeswalkers if you have no board? Because our deck is mostly about removing enemy board, and our planeswalkers make their own board or protect themselves. Wandering Emperor creates tokens or removes creatures. Kaito makes a token and phase out. Lolth create blockers, so it's not easy to go into our planeswalkers. Usually they try to do it via some Vanishing Verse or some surprise play, so usually negate can protect it. So that's why we have 3 of them. Man, like, I love negate. Every deck that has negate in it is just good for me. And about the rest of the deck, we have, of course, Meathook Massacre. You need this as a part of the sweeper, even on top of the other stuff. But it's not best against the Enders, so we are playing only 2 of them, because half of our deck is removal. And we have Blood on the Snow. Really important card. Obviously the whole drawback for mana base is built around having this card, and like getting back Lolth or getting back Teferi, Emperor, or even Kaito is so rewarding. It very often wins you the game, and Farewell is very good, especially like against Angel decks or Anvil or things like this, because like either you need to remove non-creature stuff, which is not always easy. We have negate, but sometimes you just cannot prevent it because it came into game like early or something. Vanishing Verse sometimes cannot hit stuff like Anvil, so that's why we have March. We have one Void Rend. Important card as a one-off. You need to preserve this card. Like, this is your premium removal for anything that is a problem that the rest of the deck cannot deal with. So don't waste it. And yeah, with Farewell we also can exile stuff. And with Angels and Lisa, it actually makes a big difference because if you just sweep the board, enemy has all the Angels backs in his hand, and that's not where you want to be. And with Exile effect, suddenly game is yours, so that's a big difference. Maybe you could even play two of them, but so far it worked for me with one of them. And Blood on the Snow is usually better, except some rare situations like this. We also have one Teferi as a one-off, because it's another Planewalker, so, you know, sometimes you can float with 3 Kaitos or something, so that's why we spread it. It has life gain, and it helps you a bit. If you have 5 mana, remember that you can play this. You can +1 and have negate open or Disdainful Stroke open, which actually makes a huge difference, like this one extra mana every turn. And life gain and drawing cards. If you have bad situation, you just draw cards with him. And usually you try to play him on the board when it's not easy to remove him. Against red decks you want +1, because dealing 5 damage without board is extremely hard for those decks, and usually Teferi just survives until next turn and starts to accelerate you all around. We have Wedding Announcements, a very important card for the deck because it creates so many tokens that help protecting your Planewalkers. So we have 3 of them. It performed well. Not the biggest deal breaker for me, but on the deck building, it is a correct choice. So maybe you just need to play more games to fully appreciate this card. Yeah, and that's it. With this deck, when you play this, you really freaking need to care about lands. How you play your early game, which part of the deck you won't play on curve, is extremely important. Like, usually you miss a 2-drop, 1-drop or 3-drop with this deck, and you need to decide what are you playing against and which turn you can whiff. And yeah, with Shimmerdrift Vale, remember, you can choose any color, but this will be the color for forever. So you need to think about Blood on the Snow, Farewell. And from my experience, you mostly need white mana for Emperors, and late game you need double black. And also if it's a Meathook Massacre matchup, you probably need double black as soon as possible, because you might not draw another one for a long time. So you need to really think in advance what you need and what you play. This is one of the reasons we have only one Niko Aris, because it's double blue and a white, and you usually want early game white and black for Vanishing Verse and removals, and later blue for negate and some control part. So overall, the handling of the deck was really nice. Like, if you don't get mana screw, this deck does a lot of stuff and it feels fun playing Planewalkers and getting value every turn. And honestly, enemy just feels oppressed every time. They need to do something relevant every single turn for the full game, or they fall behind, so that's a good place to be in. Okay, and I think that's it. If you like the deck, if you like the channel, and you know, all this stuff, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps to me. And honestly, thank you for anyone that left positive comments and even the negative ones. If you don't like something about the channel, just tell me in the comments. I try to improve. I try to make it fun and a bit educational, hopefully. So I really appreciate just telling what you think and if you like it. So thank you very much and enjoy the games. Okay, this one is actually really good. We need to think about playing clans. So honestly, we don't have 1 mana draw, so we might start as well with the Shipwreck March. And so far so good. We have both Infernal Grasp and Negate enabled, so whatever enemy plays, we are happy about it. Okay. So we definitely play Kaito. This will grow, but we need to remove the Valkyrie. Unfortunate. And you know what? We are playing Otawara, because I don't freaking believe we would play we could use it as a channel. Not in this situation. So we do it, we protect Kaito, and we start to draw cards. He plays Valkyrie because they... Wow! That is, I think, actually the first game ever when they didn't have Valkyrie. Which is amazing. I like the new setup for the game. We want... Man, like double blue will enable the Niko. Okay, are you ready for this combo? Are you ready? We have double Infernal Grasp, so we can do it safely, even if he plays Big Angel. Now we draw card. Huh? Man, like, that's a bit too many negates for the matchup. We are drawing 66% of all the negates we have in the deck. So we can play Niko Aris and just smork it for 4. How good is it really? It's fine. It's fine. And sorry, actually, can I please? 1. Okay, good. Thank you. I think we go for black, so we can double Infernal Grasp. Okay, that was a brain fart moment. Definitely. We have 1 spare mana, so why not get the shard, right? And we drew 2 cards this turn. It means that this hits for 4, and Niko is effectively a removal. Which is awesome, because against angels, that's not something you can do easily. Like, kill angels with their toughness with Niko Aris. So I think we need to bank on it, especially with Infernal Grasp. Wow. Wow. That's like a new tech. Return target creature control to its owner's hand. Actually, it's pretty good overall. Because the only way to kill angels pretty much is to kill their Valkyrie. So, you know, there's stuff. And that really saved them this game. So Infernal Grasp would be better, but to be honest, I first freaking time saw this card used. It's pretty weird. Okay, we are in some trouble right now. So what is the correct play? I think Lolth. Well, okay, it's a bit harder. Maybe we just go Infernal Grasp for Giada. Okay, I think that's okay. It hurts us quite a lot though, but we need to prepare for Lolth, so she can live at least 1 turn. Yep. And that's what? Oh, okay. And this is exactly why I did this. Because we want trade negates for cards. And this way we can use negate in this matchup somehow. So, not perfectly optimal, but we are doing stuff. That's such a weird card to have still. I like it though. I honestly like it. It works in both ways, like in creature matchups and control matchups, let's say. And angels are strong enough that you can play like this. Like, as long as they don't die, you are happy. Oh man, like we have stuff to do, right? So we attack, because why not? Not really anything we will block with this guy. And this small Valkyrie is a bit better overall. I want them to untap and see what they play. So even if they try to save one of the creatures, they probably play 4 of this. They need to tap out at least during their turn. Unfortunately, we will be forced to remove whatever they play. But it means that this Valkyrie will be smaller, so there's that. And let's start with the Infernal Grasp, because if they want to save the creature, it's better that, you know, this spell fizzles, because we don't lose HP. This one is overall better. And they freaking seem to have it again. Man, like, they drew all of them pretty much. Okay. Okay, so he wants to draw. You know what? I'm fine with this. If you are going for value game, that's fine. It means that we don't lose HP, which is pretty awesome. This is a very good target for saving. Okay, good. So he didn't have another one. So suddenly the board looks much better, right? Last turn it felt really off. Right now, like, I'm happy with what we see. And Lolth will survive, which is pretty huge. And believe or not, this ninja smorking enemy is actually relevant, because Valkyrie will be harder to activate. And Valkyrie is how they put all this crazy damage. Like, they see, like, this is the problem. If you run this kind of deck with removal and you're ambushed on the road, suddenly you don't really have stuff going on. If he -2 ninja, that's super good. That's fine. So this way we cannot double block to kill it. But still, we can just, you know, get stuff done. So it's not a big problem, to be honest. And of course we will keep drawing cards. Yeah, so we kill Emperor, right? The version he's playing is a bit strange, to be honest. Like, we cannot really kill the Emperor. We can get it back to 1. How good is it? I actually think it's fine. Like, the damage matters, but not really. If we can pretty much those creatures equal to 1 removal spell when we use them like this. So having extra removal spell is extremely good here. Here put a counter here, then we Void Rend, and then we can negate whatever saving cards he has. And I think that's a good plan overall. He might also make a samurai, but to be honest, on ground, it's not scary. Like, it's even better if he removes the Emperor himself, so the only real choice is putting counter here, attacking, then we get rid of it. Yep. Now attack. You can see that he respects Lolth, and he should. I will go for Vanishing Verse. Void Rend is actually better. It also gives us... That's actually very important part. This gave us information that he has no instance. If we did it main phase, it could be... Well, okay, it probably would be the same, right? It's fine. It's fine. Man, those golden advices. Sure, I don't mind drawing cards. I actually like those. Wedding announcement? Not at this freaking point. Like, we could get some cards, but honestly, I think we're in different phase of the game right now. Okay, if we attack with both, what happens? Nothing, because he cannot block. So we get rid of the Emperor and we attack his face. Then we Void Rend his Legion Angel and Disdainful Stroke the second one. If he draws... Oh, it breaks the chain, right? That's pretty sweet. Let's play the land. It's looking good so far, even with the Abysmal early game that we had. So it means that we might safely draw cards, because we have all like 5 HP. It's so much. I don't think he has anything to save the Emperor, because he had no priority. So, 1 down. And first time Disdainful Stroke actually makes a difference. I'm amazed. Amazed. Man, like, the Legion Angel was such a trap here for him. Because now it doesn't resolve, so he doesn't get another angel, and he didn't really have anything. So, right now we are trying to kill ourselves. Good game, my friend. That was well played by the enemy. Nice. Okay, that's a very good mana for start, and the fact that we have Kaito is amazing, and we are on the play. And we need to preserve this amazing land. This amazing land is the reason this hand is pretty good. I still... Oh man. That's a solid choice. I will do it like this, because we definitely want Kaito on the empty board. So let's make sure that we kill whatever comes from the enemy. Like, there are a lot of 2-drops. I did not expect this 2-drop, but still, that was what we expected, more or less. Like, Kaito on empty board is such a big problem for the enemy, especially after he taps out. So I'm happy, like I'm happy with this play. We won't be able to play Emperor on curve, but I think that's good enough. And we can cycle cards anyway. Oh! Easy. Easy. So we probably cycle island, right? Man, with this deck we are just freaking drawing all the lands, always. Emperor is really good here, because we pretty much can ensure... Oh man, that's an interesting card. I still think we go for the Emperor, because you want to keep drawing with Kaito. Kaito is not great if you just cycle cards. Let's attack. If he trades, that's super good for us. Yep, he definitely should not. And now we start drawing cards, and this is much better. We got another Emperor, so -1 is definitely what we want. Oh man, like there is a reason to cycle Raffine Tower. You know what? I think it's a good enough reason. Okay, sure. Top 400 Mythic, but you cannot think more than 30 seconds on your turn. Yeah, I know I'm not playing fastest, but to be honest, if you want to play good, you have so many things to consider, and I myself consider this part of the fun magic. Like, that's why I play pretty much. To enjoy those little plays. If we are just playing cards and see who has more, like what is the point even? Sure. Like if enemy keeps trading one card, like I'm not surprised he's not happy about the situation, because like it's not great so far. So we have a lot of options. Do we go for the Emperor? Like if we trade, it doesn't bring much, right? So I think that's correct call. Sure, he gets the creature, but as you can see, it's not attacking. It means that our Raffine is happy in the invulnerability land. And we keep drawing cards, which is awesome. Let's make Ninja. Our Ninja is way bigger than their zombie and much better card. And let's see, if enemy tries to attack with Hive, which is quite possible, we just kill it. And probably we trade with the zombie. So I think he's really in the great position to lose this game right now. Let's see how he chooses attackers. Everything on Kaito. No respect for the Empress. Like, she's the Empress, bro, you could at least pretend. Okay, so definitely exile effect. And how do we do it? I think we trade the Ninja. We make the token with Emperor. Like, he's bleeding value so hard. Oh, non-land. Okay, you got me. You freaking got me, bro. So, do we just bounce? It looks like this. Not the most optimal, but good enough. Like, we will be ahead on cards, especially with like Kaito. So, let's make a token. We probably replace Emperor this turn. And let's cycle. Like, if we have land, let's see. March is amazing draw. I don't think we need more lands in this situation. So if enemy... The problem with the Hive is that actually it really helps us. If that's all he does... do we care about the graveyard? No, we don't have anything worthwhile. So I prefer him to tap out the mana. He could have March or something, you know. Enjoy. I'm not surprised if he scoops after this turn. What? By 0, okay. So basically, if he uses the Hive, that feels good when it hits, but he's so behind. Look, he has 3 cards and empty board and 5 lands, and that's it, and we have 2 planewalkers. So when you kill this kind of mainland, enemy is just too behind. Normally he could just remove it and keep up with our game plan, but not if he activates the Hive. Okay, so I missed negate in this hand, but other than this we are okay. And even though we have so many tap lands, we actually have 3 untapped lands. Let's start with the planes. It will show the priority, so I will click it super fast when the enemy plays something. Like we have enough white cards to exile. Okay, do we actually do it? Like we have to. We might as well do it right now. Okay, so we definitely kill this. What do we exile? Farewell seems like game-winning move. Teferi seems like extremely slow move, to be honest. Not loving this. Wedding Announcement is okay, because it might draw us cards at some point. So, believe me or not, we actually had to do this. Gyada is super scary, and we need to go into 6 mana, or just Farewell. Yeah, like 6 mana and Farewell aren't paired, right? But basically, like, they work a bit differently. It's unfortunate because Teferi is not in the graveyard, but I hope we get something worth resurrecting. And to be honest, if depending on the enemy draw, it might be enough to just double sweep the board. And Wedding Announcement hopefully will draw us at least 1 card. Okay, that's pretty good for them. Let's go for Esper mana. And let's start doing stuff. We need to survive. I hope enemy cannot go into 27. Like, they will matter a bit, maybe. Is this Cleric? Yeah. So this doesn't need Angel. It works for both Angel and Cleric. Like, this card is scary. But we are slowly getting there. You know what? Takenuma might be a thing that we want to do. We will see. Next turn we can start drawing cards. We can also trade. If he attacks, I will just trade. Yep. So definitely Farewell. Definitely Farewell. Okay, when it dies, everything is exiled. That's important. Okay, the keyword is dice, so that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Okay, so how do we play it? I think we keep the land. We just need to draw lands. So we cannot survive 2 turns, I think. We play this, we play Lolth, then we make the 2 tokens. I think we have to do the thing with what we have and preserve our HP so we can survive next turn. And we need to hit stuff. We could get rid of the Valkyrie, and then this will be 2-2, and this will be what, 4-5. So that's not the worst. But I think we go for the Lolth. Like, theoretically we can block everything for a turn, and we can blood on the snow later, so she gets back. And our stuff is actually quite big, so it won't be as easy to remove. Like, right now we can trade perfectly. If he attacks with everything, we can trade really well. And when we sweep the board, we can get counters for Lolth, unless we do the Farewell. But then his board is empty and we still have Blunt on the stone, so I might even attack and see if he blocks stuff. But we would have to fake it, like, nicely. Oh man, if that's your attack, I'm super happy. I think we'll do it like this. Yeah, so we Farewell next turn. Man, we are in such a good situation, even though the early game was abysmal. That's a big tell. Nobody would do it unless... Oh, right. Man, I suck. So it wasn't a big mistake, because it would be exactly the same. But yeah, everything, even tokens, are exiled. And we managed to draw the card. Nice, and we have double white. Man, it feels so good. So I think we attack, right? We have to use Farewell because of the Lisa Forgotten Archangel. Otherwise he gets everything back into the hand, and we are back into square one. That's a good choice. unfortunately for us. And he has only 3 mana. Is there anything else that we want to exile? Not really. Else is fine. Feels good, man. Suddenly, his situation looks pretty awful. And I mean, like, really awful. And we still have Blood on the Snow and Vanishing Verse, so we can really go for a mile with this situation. Let's keep drawing, let's keep drawing. Oh, that's fine. Okay, what is the mana that we lack? We have enough black. We definitely go for blue, right? Even though we have blue in the hand. Yeah, like, let's do it like this. And do we want to allow him to spam us? Like, I kind of do, because then we Blood on the Snow. So I want to kill this, so he can play a lot of angels. With this he can put more stuff into the board. So enemy is thinking either that we don't have removal, or that we are trying to bait him. Yep. Is Infernal Grasp better or Vanishing Verse? To be honest, it destroys any creature, and this exiles monocolored. Without Lisa, like, if he plays Lisa, we want Infernal Grasp, right? Oh, that's scary. Okay, good. But he had something, right? What can it be? It might be Raffin Tower for cycling.
I return to the abyss.
Okay. I think we go for the Blood on the Snow. Like, we could get Lolth right now, but we don't get value. So I think we wait for him to overextend a bit, so we get at least 2 for 1. Like, it's probably fine. Like, at some point we will stop drawing clans, I hope. We can take 4 damage hit. Yeah, let's do it like this. And this is actually, I believe, a good play, because right now this chapter 2 doesn't do anything, and chapter 3 is actually very scary. Like, if he plays Angel and he gives double strike, see, if we played Blood on the Snow we would be dead right now. And after this we only got hit by 4, then we sweep and get back Lolth and he scoops. So not playing Blood on the Snow was win condition this game. And as you can see, our draws really suck, so that's definitely something that we had to do, or we would just lose the game outright. And Lolth is back. Okay, do we make spiders?
Will swallow the light.
Like, we probably should, right? Let's do it. Like, we have Eiganjo, so it should be fine. And like, from the next turn onwards, we start drawing cards. I'm surprised he didn't scoop, but maybe he has something good in the hand. Like, if he gets Lisa and some other angels, we are happy. Like, this is not how he wins the game, so we are fine. As long as he trades cards for the spiders, we are super happy. But it means that he wants to draw more cards. Like, he wants time to draw into something relevant. Problem is, we draw more cards a turn. But our draws suck, so who knows, if we keep drawing lands every turn for next 10 cards, then enemy definitely has a big chance, but with Meathook Massacre it's pretty awesome. I guess it's not the worst card, right, because you can use it to save your creature for 2 mana. It seems that the Angel decks really go into this direction, and that's one of the best draws in his deck, I guess. Free Angel. But let's keep drawing. Like, even with bad top decks we should outvalue him.
We will catch you.
I will go for Meathook Massacre just to start healing. Because you might notice that we are actually closer to death every single turn. It won't matter. Like, with Lolth I'm pretty confident we just outvalue him over the longer game. Like, even 1 damage doesn't really matter. Negate is fine. Like, Negate really protects stuff.
Good minions are loyal.
Okay. And Eiganjo is pretty good here. Like, we can use it right now for something small, because when he plays Valkyrie, this won't be a removal anymore. Oh man, like, the game was so long. Like, can you believe this was the same game when we exiled Teferi for 1 mana? Okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure we negate this, right? Yeah, because he -3, and then we have problem. Yeah, because Valkyrie will be bigger when he finds an angel. So let's go for negate. And if that was your last play, I'm pretty confident for putting you full top deck mode. At some point, our top decks have to be better. And there it is. That's how we win. Oh man, I'm so freaking excited. You can hear this. 8 mana, 12 mana. Can I have 9 free cards, please? And this is why Niko Aris is in the deck. Oh man, if that's not exciting, I don't know what is. I am getting like nerd chills right now for all those cards that we are going to draw. And he will scoop probably, right? There's no way he can come back from this part. Like, I guess he wants, but he can't. And we are at casual, 3 HP, no biggie. And let's go for, I don't know, black, cause why not? And let's make a shard token. And right now I want to see what the enemy does, depending on like his hand. Like, we can double remove Valkyrie if we need, in case he draws something for protection. And that's an interesting choice. Like, I think we go for the march. It's a bit safer in case whatever he has. Yep. And this is the big turn, because every single mana that we have can be used to find good answers. Sure, I'll tell Kaito. I will take a lot of things in this situation. Lolth. Sure, it's okay card. Like, it's fine. And let's keep drawing. Like those... Oh, Emperor. Can you believe that all those cards were at the top of our deck for so much time? And we keep drawing lands every single turn? Yeah, that's the draw. That's the draw. Okay. Finally, I can feel that we are actually a Planewalker deck. And I won't be drawing anymore. So, first of all, let's go Lolth. Yep. It actually is better, because we need to pressure him, and 6 damage a turn is no joke.
I will get what I want.
Yeah, nothing really to do. With so many shards... Okay, I wanted to play land, to be honest. Like, with 7 shards you can actually go for maximum. Oh man, like... His top decks without drawing cards are nearly better than ours with drawing everything. Man, like, this is insane. Can you believe that he could just draw a land and play it? And that's it? It's still fine. Wow, and he got a card draw from this. Man, he's drawing more with no draw deck. Like, that's crazy. Oh man. Never change Magic. Never change. I guess let's draw. Wedding announcement is a good one. We probably want some removal. We are in a good spot. But we'll cycle through this deck so freaking easily. Okay, at some point we will stack those Emperors, right? So what is the play? Emperor against Overseer when it tries to kill us. We kill the Elspeth, we go face, and start working on this guy. Then we probably go Kaito. You know what? I feel that we don't have enough cards. Okay, and that's important. We need double Emperor. So we need... Oh man, we don't have enough mana. So we need to keep up Infernal Grasp just in case. I will make Ninja, because it's 2-2, so it actually makes a reasonable difference. Let's go like this, we don't care. And I'm not drawing cards. I feel that we have quite enough of cards. This is actually the worst. I feel maybe Blood on the Snow. It might be controversial, but I think it's a bit not great if we have board presence. Like, we don't want to sweep stuff. And Meathook Massacre is good in case he has something like Vanishing Verse. We actually need Meathook Massacre to heal back. And we need Emperor and some removal. Like, actually, this is just 2 damage, so he needs to play something else, I guess. And we can always go Eiganjo and then Infernal Grasp or something like this. Man, this game was like, we are winning this. I'm pretty sure we will win, but enemy is just making it so awkward because of our bad top decks. Like, look at how many lands we have and how many he has. Let's start with the casual Emperor, because it's great against shield counters. I'm pretty sure he top decked something to protect the Overseer, like, why would you ever not have it? One mistake I've made is not making sure that we didn't tap the second white mana. We actually don't have second white mana, right? Okay, so that's something to consider. Okay, and he didn't top deck it. So, 3 cards. No lands. What can it be? Like Touch of the Spirit Realm, I guess, and some removal. And what are you removing? Lolth. Fine. Like, it's not like we are using Lolth.
I'm sure you'll miss me.
My turn. Sure. How many cards we have? 22. Seems about right. So basically I want negates or something like this. This is really good. Like, we have full control over the game. We just need something... Oh, that's a very good card. To protect us against every top deck that he has in the deck. Kaito, sure, like it adds value, it's more creatures. And planes is pretty good as well. Okay, so let's put a counter on this so he doesn't have good removal targets. And no reason to do anything, we can make a shard. And now we should start finishing him off really quickly. Wedding announcement, wedding announcement. And I guess we get a lot of cards, right? We are at 18. So I think one turn we can draw quite a lot.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm happy with what we got. And next turn I think we attack with 1 creature, just to get more tokens. This, okay, we have negate, so that's what I wanted. And Eiganjo is not good anymore. And to be honest, Kaito can go as well. Emperor is the most important, because she can create a lot of pressure on the board. Like, we are swinging for 9 damage a turn, so we kill him in 4 turns anyway. But we need to be prepared. Like, it's possible we just +1, -2, and not attack. So we get more tokens. Starheim, Unleashed. He makes what? What is this mana? Oh, he plays it for without filtering, right? Like, it has no vigilance. Oh, it has vigilance, so that's worse. So I think we go for negate. And Disdainful Stroke is good against Legion Angel or any top deck like this. We have so many Emperors. Oh, it's fine. We won't be attacking anyway. So let's do it like this. Let's go for the unblockable one. Man, like this game, like enemy is forcing us to really play it out. And I really don't think it will change the outcome. Like, to be perfectly honest. Let's go for white, because we have so many Emperors. Let's go for +1. Submit 0.
Now we've got the edge.
And sure, I will draw card, just to get him to 3 loyalty.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Now we get more creatures. Okay, much better. So we kill him like in 2 turns right now. All we need to do is protect. Wow, Valkyrie's Harbinger, 6 mana, 4/5, flying lifelink. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain 4 life or more, create Ender token. Like I guess. Lifelink. I guess. Do we kill this? Like, we could just attack with those guys. It has no vigilance, so I will just play like this. No reason to. Oh man, that's a easy draw. You know what? Sure. Let's Smork. I should activate the Emperor, but in this situation just make another token. And hopefully, freaking next turn, we can get rid of this stuff. Let's force enemy to have a sweeper. And let's create Shard token, because we don't have enough tokens. Okay, this feels better. We went up to Horde deck pretty much, which is insane. Which is actually insane. And let's get rid of Kaito. Kaito is a bit reluctant in this situation. We just want full control. We have counterspell, removal, and 3 exile effects. Man, like, you really forced this game. At the end was pretty much the same, but yeah, there were a few scary moments. But we didn't lose control at any point of the game.